I'm Natasha Busst, and this is Nightline. The top stories. Court of Appeal grants Datuk Seri Najib Razak leave for judicial review on addendum. And Visit Malaysia 2026, all states to be given priority to drive the tourism, investment and economy sectors. The Court of Appeal on Monday granted permission to former Prime Minister Datuk Seri Muhammad Najib Tun Razak to initiate a legal bid to review the existence of an addendum order. The 2-1 majority decision was made by a 3-judge panel after hearing arguments from lawyers representing Najib and the Attorney General's chambers. It was at 8:30 a.m. that Najib arrived at the Palace of Justice in an SUV accompanied by several police and prison department vehicles.
Bebas Najib! Bebas Najib! Bebas Bosku! Bebas Bosku!
Hundreds of people were present to give support, including UMNO and Perikatan Nasional leaders, although there was no police permission for the gathering. Najib's family members were also present, including his wife, Datin Sri Rosma Mansor, and children. In court, Najib's attorney, Tan Sri Muhammad Shafi'i Abdullah, read 2 documents which he said proved the existence of an addendum by the 16th Yang di-Pertuan Agong, allowing Najib to serve the remainder of the prison sentence under house arrest. The panel of 3 judges was chaired by Dato' Azizah Nawawi, together with Dato' Azhahari Kamal Ramli and Dato' Sri Muhammad Firuz Jafril. In delivering the decision, Judge Muhammad Firuz said there was no appealable error made by the lower court in ruling that the evidence presented in the hearing was hearsay. However, based on the new evidence received, it was found that the hearsay issue can no longer be supported. The court then ordered the case to be remitted back to the High Court for hearing of a substantive judicial review application. The court believed that in the finding of the High Court judge that there was no legal duty imposed on the respondents, particularly the part to confirm the existence of the addendum. The court, meantime, objected and decided that there was no merit in the appeal of the former Prime Minister and rejected Najib's appeal to adduce additional evidence to support the alleged existence of the addendum. The court fixed January 13th for case management. On July 3rd last year, Kuala Lumpur High Court Judge Dato' Amarjit Singh rejected Najib's application to obtain permission to start judicial review proceedings regarding the addendum order. Amarjit had ruled that the 4 affidavits supporting Najib's claim, including from UMNO President Dato' Sri Ahmad Zaid Hamidi and Vice President Dato' Sri Wan Rosti Wan Ismail, were hearsay and inadmissible. In his application for judicial review, Najib listed 7 respondents, including the Home Minister, the Pardons Board for the Federal Territories of Kuala Lumpur, Labuan and Putrajaya, and the Malaysian government. The judicial review is to see if the addendum order exists, and if it does, then all the respondents or one of them must execute the addendum order immediately, which is to transfer him from the Kajang prison to his residence in Kuala Lumpur to serve the remainder of the prison sentence at home. The former Pekan MP is currently serving a 6-year prison sentence after being convicted of misappropriating 42 million ringgit from SRC International Sundram Berhad. The High Court had sentenced him to 12 years in prison with a fine of 210 million ringgit, and the verdict was subsequently upheld by the Court of Appeal and Federal Court. However, his prison sentence was halved to 6 years and his fine was reduced to 50 million ringgit following his petition for a royal pardon on September 2nd, 2022. One of the 2 documents read by Najib's lawyer was a letter purportedly from the Majlis Kesultanan Pahang confirming the existence of the addendum order that the former Prime Minister had been granted house arrest to serve the remainder of his jail sentence. According to Shafi'i, the letter that was dated January 4th was addressed to Najib's eldest son, Datuk Muhammad Nizar. It was signed off by the controller of the royal household of the Sultan of Pahang, Datuk Ahmad Kirizal Abdul Rahman. The letter states that the Sultan of Pahang, Al-Sultan Abdullah Riayatuddin Al-Mustafa Billah Shah, who was then the 16th Yang di-Pertuan Agong, ordered Najib to serve the remainder of the prison sentence through house arrest. It was made through an addendum order dated January 29th, 2024. The letter stated that the palace had certified the existence and validity of the addendum. Shafi'i read the copy of the addendum to strengthen the arguments of the application for judicial review. Meanwhile, Shafi'i and Najib's family welcomed the court decision.
Okay, today we have got a good decision. In fact, I'm quite happy that it is a 2-1 decision because it does show there is some independence in the judiciary.
Kita syukur dengan Alhamdulillah kepada Tuanku Sultan Bahang yang keluarkan titah. Baru semalam kita dapat surat daripada istana mengesahkan addendum itu wujud dan dibawa di mahkamah dan Alhamdulillah diterima hari ini dan telah membuktikan addendum itu sah dan tidak boleh menjadi isu hearsay lagi.
Meanwhile, Home Minister Datuk Seri Saifuddin Ismail said his ministry did not receive any addendum or directive allowing Najib to serve the remainder of his sentence under house arrest. He also revealed that his ministry only received 2 documents regarding Najib's case.
Surat itu dia ada 2 perkara. Pertama, dia sertakan minit mesyuarat. Yang kedua adalah perintah yang diberikan kepada Jabatan Penjara. Perintah ni maknanya sebagai perintah untuk melaksanakan keputusan lembaga pengampunan.
The minister explained that there was no mention of house arrest at all. Saifuddin also stressed that meeting minutes of the Pardons Board cannot be revealed as it is considered an official secret. UMNO, meanwhile, has pleaded to the Yang di-Pertuan Agong to grant Najib a full pardon over his conviction and prison sentence. In a statement, its president, Datuk Seri Ahmad Zahid Hamidi, said it is in accordance with the prerogative of the King under the provisions of Article 42, subsections 1 and 2 of the Federal Constitution. He stressed that UMNO will continue to fight for justice for the former Prime Minister. He said the verification by the controller of the Pahang royal household proves the authenticity of the affidavits backing Najib's petition filed by himself and UMNO Vice President, Datuk Seri Wan Rosli Wan Ismail, previously. All states will be given priority to drive the tourism, investment and economy sectors in conjunction with the Visit Malaysia Year 2026. Prime Minister Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim expressed confidence that the campaign, with the involvement of all parties, will be able to attract 35 million tourists, generating 147.1 billion ringgit in revenue. Speaking at the launch of the Visit Malaysia 2026 campaign in Sepang, Selangor on Monday, Anwar said that the impact of the campaign would extend far beyond tourism, benefiting sectors such as hospitality, transport, retail and food industries.
We are successful because we work together. We are successful because we work as a team. And I am very confident that this ministry, from the Minister to the Secretary General and TDC and all the players, will continue to do their best because we want to ensure that 2026 is the best year for tourism.
The Prime Minister also highlighted the government's efforts to position every state as a key tourism destination for this year and the next, aligning with Malaysia's ASEAN chairmanship. He expressed confidence that the collective involvement of all parties would drive the success of the initiative. The recent commotion involving Palestinian nationals at Wisma Transit Kuala Lumpur will be addressed in this Wednesday's cabinet meeting. Unity Government spokesman Fahmi Fazil confirmed that the cabinet had already been briefed on the situation and the upcoming meeting would focus on the next steps following the incident.
Mesyuarat Jemaah Menteri pada minggu ini sudah pasti akan mendapat maklumat terkini daripada Menteri Pertahanan dan dalam beberapa mesyuarat Jemaah Menteri yang lalu ada dibangkitkan aspek pemindahan ke premis yang baru.
Previously, the armed forces confirmed an incident involving a group of Palestinian nationals, reportedly stemming from their wish to expedite their return to Palestine. A similar disturbance occurred in October last year when a Palestinian woman caused a scene and damaged public property at Wisma Transit before later issuing an apology. Malaysia is gearing up to assume the ASEAN chairmanship this year amid a challenging global landscape. This presents a significant opportunity to drive economic growth and strengthen regional trade. According to TA Securities, Malaysia's role as ASEAN chair will act as a catalyst for initiatives to enhance economic cooperation among member nations. This is particularly crucial as global supply chains evolve and regional demand increases. Malaysia will also play a key role in addressing global challenges such as the ongoing trade tensions between the United States and China. The price of crude palm oil is projected to surge beyond 5,500 per ton this year. This is driven by several factors, including the impact of the La Niña phenomenon and rising biodiesel demand. According to CGS International, the price hike is also supported by strong demand from importing countries. Indonesia's higher biodiesel mandate further fuels expectations of elevated prices. Geopolitical tensions also have the potential to disrupt supply chains, leading to price increases. Palm oil prices previously rose to over 4,900 ringgit per ton in November last year. Thailand inflation rate has returned to the target range for the first time since May last year, lifted by higher energy and food prices. According to the country's Commerce Ministry, Thai Headline Consumer Price Index (CPI) rose 1.23% in December from a year earlier, within the central bank's target of 1% to 3% after the previous month's annual increase of 0.95%. The core CPI, meanwhile, was up 0.79% in December from a year earlier, just under a forecast increase of 0.81%. In 2024, average annual headline inflation was 0.40%, with core inflation at 0.56%. In the meantime, the ministry has maintained its headline inflation forecast at between 0.3% and 1.3% in 2025. In Pulau Pinang, a police raid targeting a ketum drink seller in Bayan Lepas led to the discovery of a stash of 71 dangerous weapons, including a samurai sword, parang, keris and karambit. In the raid carried out at 9 a.m. on Monday, authorities also seized 2 fake automatic machine guns.
The 47-year-old ketum drink seller, who works as an e-hailing driver, was arrested in connection with the raid. He also faces charges related to the discovery of 600 packets of processed ketum water. Police also arrested his 35-year-old second wife, who is believed to have been involved in processing ketum leaves. Deputy Southwest District Police Chief Superintendent Nirmaljit Singh said police are still investigating the ownership of the weapons and whether the suspect is linked to other crimes. So far, the man has admitted that the items were intended for online sale.
Ni barang ni semua buat apa ni?
Jual. Jam saya jual ni.
Jual kat apa?
The suspect is believed to have started renting the house 1 year ago, but only began actively processing and distributing ketum about 3 months ago. Police also seized equipment used for processing ketum water, including LPG gas tanks, pots, and 9 empty barrels. Nur Majid said the house was also fortified with tall barriers, likely intended to prevent neighbours from observing their activities. He said this was the second time the man had been arrested for the same offence, following a previous arrest in 2023 in Sungai Pinang. The suspect admitted to processing the ketum leaves as a source of income, using his e-hailing vehicle to deliver the product to buyers with monthly earnings of up to 12,000 ringgit.
The Malaysian Anti-Corruption Commission, MACC, has remanded a civil servant for 5 days on suspicion of receiving a 50,000 ringgit bribe in exchange for endorsing and approving claims for 5 projects at a public university in Terengganu. The remand order, effective until January 10, was issued at the Kuala Terengganu Magistrates Court on Monday. According to sources, the suspect in his 40s was detained around 1 p.m. on Sunday when he arrived to provide a statement at the Terengganu MACC office. Preliminary investigations revealed that the suspect is believed to have committed the act between 2023 and 2024, receiving the kickbacks through bank transfers to his wife's account. The suspect was arrested along with his wife, but the woman has been released on MACC bail. Terengganu MACC Chief Hazrul Shazrin Abdul Yazid confirmed the arrest and did not rule out the possibility of more arrests being made to assist in the investigation. Matsuyama breaks PGA Tour scoring record. Action from the century after this breather.
Kopi satu.
Aktiviti haram di sebalik bistro terbongkar.
What is this?
He give me money.
So that means you are working here.
Gadis warga asing jadi umpan perniagaan.
Berapa persen you dapat? Berapa persen dia dapat?
Oh, ini saya tak tahu lah. You main tempat, mak you mau tanggungjawab.
Saksikan 999 Selasa jam 9 malam di TV3 dan stream sekarang melalui Tonton.
Aduh, terbaik saya nak beritahu ni. Syukurlah, Alhamdulillah. Sali dah balik dah. Ha, Hussein. Macam ni lah kerja. Bagus betul lah.
Sarah, jom. Ada tugasan dengan luar.
Sekarang ni aku tak ada duit. Kau nak buat apa?
Mana tanggungjawab sebagai suami ya? Mana?
Polis Peronda setiap Jumaat 10 malam di TV3 dan stream sekarang melalui Tonton.
Ada inisiatif mendalamkan dan melebarkan Sungai Kelang sepanjang 56 km.
Saya mula menubuhkan satu pasukan khususnya pemburuan ikan bandaraya.
Kehidupan di dalam sungai dah mula ada balik.
Majalah 3 Kapsul, Sabtu 10 malam di TV3 dan stream sekarang melalui Tonton.
Ada drama baru lah kat Facebook. Nak download lah tu. Ingat jangan download ataupun share laman web Cetak Rompak. Jangan.
Sports football, the English Premier League. Manchester United head coach Ruben Amorim was left really upset despite the Red Devils scoring their first goals at Anfield since 2018 to earn a 2-2 draw against league leaders Liverpool.
Speaking to the media on Sunday, Amorim, who had suffered 5 defeats in his first 8 matches in charge of the Red Devils, believed that mentality was the key factor.
Today we were a different team. Not because of the system, not because of the technical aspect of the game, the tactical aspect of the game. We face the competition in the way that we're supposed to face every day, training and match. It doesn't matter the place, the opponent. We need to face the every day like that.
The 39-year-old Portuguese, however, urged his players to find consistency and maintain the same level of mentality in every game they play. Earlier, United took the lead through Lisandro Martinez's strike in the 52nd minute, but Cody Gakpo levelled 7 minutes later. Amad Diallo turned home Alejandro Garnacho's cross in the 80th minute after Mohamed Salah's penalty had looked like giving Liverpool the win. The draw ended a run of 3 successive Premier League defeats for United, who have now taken 4 points from away fixtures against Liverpool and Manchester City.
Turning to golf, the 2025 Century. Japan's Hideki Matsuyama got the new season off to a smashing start when he set a new PGA Tour record score for 72 holes by closing with an 8 under 65 to clinch the title on Sunday.
The 2021 Masters champion carded a final round 65 to make history on the Plantation course in Kapalua, beating the previous record of 34 under set by Cameron Smith at the same course in 2022. Matsuyama's 8 under par fourth round included an eagle, 7 birdies and a bogey, with the 32-year-old sinking a birdie on the 18th to break Smith's record. Meanwhile, American Collin Morikawa, who started the final round 1 shot behind Matsuyama, claimed second place on 32 under following a final round 67. South Korea's Sung Jae-im was third at 29 under par 65, and Venezuela's Jonathan Vegas placed fourth at 25 under par 65. The result marks Matsuyama's 11th PGA Tour title and follows 2 tournament titles last year.
Moving to tennis, the 2025 Adelaide International. World number 9 Daria Kasatkina swept into the second round with a dominant straight sets win over Aussie Hope Olivia Gadecki on Monday.
Russia's Kasatkina, runner-up at the last 2 editions of the Australian Open warm-up event, broke the Australian 5 times to advance 6-2, 6-3. The match featured 4 service breaks in the first 5 games as third seed Kasatkina got reacquainted with the Memorial Drive centre court. She will next face last year's Australian Open and Wimbledon junior runner-up Emerson Jones, a wildcard entry who scored an impressive 6-4, 6-love win over China's Wang Xinyu.
We're going for a short break. When we return, the highs and woes of the 2025 Golden Globes.
Ada berita baik saya nak beritahu ni. Syukurlah Alhamdulillah. Sally dah balik dah. Ha, Hussein. Macam ni lah kerja. Bagus betul lah.
Sarah, jom. Ada tugasan kat luar.
Sekarang ni aku tak ada duit. Kau nak buat apa?
Mana tanggungjawab sebagai suami yang? Mana?
Polis Peronda setiap Jumaat 10 malam di TV3 dan stream sekarang melalui Tonton.
Inisiatif mendalamkan dan melebarkan Sungai Kelang sepanjang 56 km.
Saya mula menubuhkan satu pasukan khususnya pemburuan ikan bandaraya.
Kehidupan di dalam sungai dah mula ada balik.
Majalah 3 Kapsul, Sabtu 10 malam di TV3 dan stream sekarang melalui Tonton.
Nurul Zerna. Ayah awak tahu tak pasal ni?
Cara dia simpan tu memang nak sorok dari baku.
Kau rasa anak kau?
Mungkin.
Alhamdulillah. Kau dapat macam marah je.
Aku rasalah kan. Aku suka kat dia.
Kau jangan main gila. Mana etika kau?
Antara Dua Syurga, Jumaat dan Sabtu 9 malam. Di Lestari TV3 dan stream sekarang melalui Tonton.
Aktiviti haram di sebalik bistro terbongkar.
What is this?
He give me money.
So that means you are working here?
Gadis warga asing jadi umpan perniagaan.
Berapa persen you dapat? Berapa persen dia dapat?
Oh, ini I tak tahu lah. You main tempat, you mau tanggungjawab.
Saksikan 999 Selasa jam 9 malam di TV3 dan stream sekarang melalui Tonton.
In Thailand, residents in Bangkok have been urged to don face masks and avoid staying outdoors for extended periods after the air quality in the capital fell on Monday. According to Bangkok Metropolitan Administration's Air Quality Information Center, air quality in 55 districts of Bangkok was reported to be below the safety standard. The center reported the average PM 2.5 levels throughout the city at 41.1 micrograms per cubic meter, MCG, slightly under the country's standard of 37.5 MCG over a 3-hour average. The top 5 districts with the highest level of PM 2.5 exceeding safety standards were Nong Kem, Chatuchak, Bangkok Noi, Thonburi and Klong Samwa. Over in the U.S., a winter storm brought snow, ice and freezing temperatures to a broad swathe of the country on Sunday, with some 60 million people across more than a dozen states from Kansas to New Jersey under winter weather warnings and advisories. According to the country's National Weather Service, the storm was moving toward the mid-Atlantic, where Washington, D.C. was bracing for heavy snow and bitter cold on Monday, the same day the U.S. Congress is set to meet and formally certify Republican Donald Trump's election as president. Kansas and parts of northwestern Missouri were also enduring blizzard conditions, with roadways blanketed in snow and ice, and officials urging residents to avoid travel. Total snowfall of between 15 and 30 centimeters was also expected from southern Ohio to Washington, prompting governors in several states, including Kansas, Kentucky, Arkansas, West Virginia, and Virginia, to declare states of emergency. This just in, Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau has announced his resignation as leader of the ruling Liberal Party. Trudeau will remain Prime Minister in a caretaker capacity, and the country's parliament will be suspended until March 24th until a new leader is chosen. Trudeau, leader of the Liberal Party for 11 years and Prime Minister for 9, was facing a mounting set of crises, from Donald Trump's tariff threats to the resignation of key allies and disastrous opinion polls. In another development, South Korea's government will extend the shutdown of Muan International Airport by a week to January 14th, citing the ongoing investigation into the crash of a Jeju Air jet that killed 179 people. The airport had been due to reopen on Tuesday following the December 29 crash. However, according to authorities, a joint investigation team is stepping up investigations into South Korea's deadliest air accident. 2 of the Korean investigators on Monday are set to leave for the United States, with flight data recorders for analysis by the U.S. National Transportation Safety Board. The 2025 Hollywood Awards season officially kick-started with the 82nd edition of the Golden Globes that saw 2 wildly audacious films, Brady Corbett's 215-minute post-war epic The Brutalist and Jacques Audiard's Spanish-language, genre-shifting trance musical Emilia Perez winning top honors. The Brutalist was crowned Best Film Drama, putting one of 2024's most ambitious films on course to be a major contender at the Academy Awards. The film also won Best Director for Corbett and Best Actor for Adrian Brody. Meanwhile, Emilia Perez won Best Film, Comedy or Musical, elevating the Oscar chances of Netflix's top Oscar contender. It also won Best Supporting Actress for Zoe Saldana, Best Song and Best Non-English Language Film. In the television category, Shogun led with 4 awards, namely for Best Series Drama, Best Actress Drama, Best Actor Drama, and Best Supporting Actor. Though the Globe's audience was particularly starry, including nominees Zendaya, Timothée Chalamet, Angelina Jolie, and Daniel Craig, most of the winners hailed from smaller, less-seen films. That included some surprises. One was Demi Moore's win for Best Actress in a Comedy or Musical. Her comeback performance in The Substance landed the 62-year-old her first Globe. Best Actress in a Drama Film was an even bigger surprise, with Brazilian actress Fernanda Torres winning for her performance in I'm Still Here. Best Supporting Actor in a Musical or Comedy, meanwhile, went to Sebastian Stan for a movie about physical transformation, Different Man. Other wins included Jeremy Allen White for The Bear, Jodie Foster for True Detective, and Colin Farrell for The Penguin. this time around. Before we leave, let's take a look at the famous ancient city walls in Datong of North China's Shanxi province, where the city has already been decorated with a traditional lantern show in preparation for the Spring Festival. With that, I'm Natasha Busst. Thank you for watching and stay safe.